Hello guys, thanks for joining this webinar. I'm Jenny, the marketing manager from Telycam. So before I begin our webinar today, can I know that if everyone can hear me? If you can, please type yes or type 1 in the chat section. Okay, thank you. Okay, today I'm really thrilled to announce our brand new PTZ camera, the full NDI 20x PTZ camera TLC 300 IP20 full NDI, which is created by Telycam and Kiloview together, has been officially debuted. So today is very honor for us to have the Vice President of Kiloview, Judy, join us to introduce this product. Hi, Judy, how are you? It's really glad to have you here today.
Hi, Jenny, I'm doing great. And thank you so much for inviting me here. And congratulations for the great new product.
Thank you. Okay, please say hello to everyone.
Hi, everyone. Judy from Kiloview. Thank you for joining us today. You know, Jenny, I can see a lot of the familiar names. Really glad to see our old friends here.
Yes, it's nice to meet all the friends here. Judy, I'm sure our customers must be wondering why Kiloview is joining us today. Actually, before we planned to start developing this full NDI camera, we looked for the best supplier that could provide us with a great full NDI solution. And then Kiloview is there.
Yes, Jenny, you know, actually before the webinar, some of the friends asked me why we two companies are doing webinars together. And actually the reason is, you know, Kiloview is the one that supports Telycam with NDI technology. Even before, some of our customers asked me, will Kiloview make NDI cameras? But you know, Kiloview is not focusing on camera industry, but now I can tell my friends, please, you can just choose Telycam, the NDI camera, as this actually include the Kiloview NDI technology. We know Telycam focus on camera technology for many years, and actually Kiloview just focus on IP industry and especially for NDI. So together, you know, we two parties team up and we make something really great. So we work as strategic partners, not just like suppliers or manufacturers. So the product co-presented by us must be excellent. So maybe I will leave it to Jenny, and Jenny will introduce you how great this product is.
Thank you, Judy. Actually, I'm still impressed with our first meeting to talk about this great product plan. And today it comes true, very amazing. All right, so let's get started to share details about this product. In this webinar, we are going to talk about 4 sections. A brief introduction to Telycam and the Kiloview, a comprehensive introduction to full NDI camera TLC 300 IP20 full NDI, and an introduction about the camera applications. And in the end, we will have a very exciting part. We will select 2 lucky winners who stand up for this webinar to give away a camera and a control keyboard. Yes, one gets a set of TLC 300 IP20 full NDI, and the other gets a NDI control keyboard. Okay, let's go ahead. First, I would like to introduce our company. Telycam was established in 2014, and the team was founded by a group of enthusiasts who have been dedicated to video camera processing solutions for decades. Thanks to mastering the video camera's core algorithm in AE, AF, and AW, which is auto exposure, autofocus, and water balance. So we focus on developing and providing Ultra HD and Full HD PTZ cameras for video conferencing and broadcast level live streaming. So we are very proud of ourselves for constantly improving our R&D capabilities in researching the most cutting-edge camera processing solutions, the new camera algorithm, and the camera applications, so that our users always have top launch quality and user-friendly cameras. Besides, Telycam keeps an eye on new technologies in the market and works closely with these innovators so that we can incorporate their technology into our products to bring the best solution to our users or to maximizing the cost saving by being compatible with their existing products. So, based on the efforts of our team, Telycam is the first company to create the USB 3.0 cameras in the world. And the Telycam is the first company to adopt NDI technology in the camera from China. And Telycam is also the first company in the world to provide the NDI HX3 camera outside new tech. Telycam is the first company to create the 4K 35x and 30x PTZ camera in the world. And now Telycam is the first company to provide full NDI camera from China. So regarding the product line, we have 4K 60, 4K 30, and 1080p 60 PTZ cameras, which ranging from 35x, 30x, 20x, 12x, and 10x, and even 5x optic zoom with full NDI, NDI HX, IP, HDMI, SDI, and USB options. Of course, in this webinar, we are going to talk about the full NDI PTZ camera. Yes, the TLC 300 IP20 full NDI. As mentioned, TLC 300 IP20 full NDI is a masterpiece of Telycam and Kiloview. Both the companies have been working together for about a year to come up with this product. So at this point, let's take the chance to get Judy to introduce Kiloview. Judy, as you just told, Kiloview has the best NDI technology. So do you mind to share us a bit more about Kiloview?
Yes, of course, Jenny. Yeah, as you can see from this presentation about the Kiloview development path, Kiloview actually is a company established in 2011, and we just focus on IP-based video transmission solutions. You know, as we are born for IP, so at the very beginning when Kiloview was started, we just start with providing the video encoders and decoders. And in 2014, we actually launched the first RTMP encoder in China. And in 2016, that was actually the second year when NDI was born. We started working with new tech, and based on that first RTMP encoder, we further, developed the first NDI HX converter on the world together with new tech, and that is the Connect Spark, And in 2018, we become an official NDI licensee, and further we just start selling Kiloview's own NDI converters. And further, in 2019, we released the first full NDI converter. And of course, further we released the 12G SDI to NDI bidirectional converter, which means we can support the high resolution, high technology ones. And ever since then, we start building our own NDI solutions, and we released a full series of the NDI software products, including our NDI multi-view and our NDI recorder, NDI core. And now we can say Kiloview becomes the top 3 brand in NDI industry, and we formed our own ecosystem with our both the hardware and the software products. So in this roadmap, you can see Kiloview is providing a total solution for IP-based production, transmission, streaming with the technology of NDI, SRT, and of course our own technology called Kilolink for customers in different industries. So in this ecosystem, for any video inputs and for any of the outputs, either is based on SDI or HDMI or IP, and no matter what kind of protocol you are using, no matter what kind of network types you have, either Ethernet or Wi-Fi or 4G or 5G, you can always find the correct product from Kiloview to convert your videos to IP and to transmit it to wherever you need, and also like the NDI core and our Kilolink server, which could centralizedly manage the products and the sources remotely, so that can realize the control and the management anytime, anywhere. Jenny.
Awesome. We know that Kiloview is very professional in providing encoder, decoder, and the converter solutions, especially in the NDI field. We know that Kiloview was even involved in giving Dr. Andrew Cross, the founder of NDI, some advice on developing NDI from the very beginning. And they are very knowledgeable about NDI technology and how to leverage it in their products. So we collaborate by integrating our technology and strengths to produce this product, because we want to provide premium 4 NDI cameras to the users. Premium here, I mean very good image quality with less compression, very low latency, very easy control, very flexible compatibility, very friendly firmware upgrade, and of course, very affordable price. So TLC 300 IP20 for NDI fulfills these conditions to benefit the users. Okay, so let's cover the details. TLC 300 IP20 for NDI is used Telycam's flagship mechanical design. Thanks to the sophisticated, compact, robust, and unique Pentel drive mechanism, it can move very steadily, smooth, and silent. It changes the speed from fast to slow in incremental steps. The TLC 300 IP20 for NDI exhibits a variable pan speed at 0.1 degree to 120 degrees per second, and the tail speed at 0.1 degree to 80 degrees per second, so that the operator can set the speeds as desired for stable, smooth, and quiet Pentel movement. Meanwhile, as you know now, TLC 300 IP20 for NDI is a combination of Telycam and the Kiloview. Our technology are integrated in both hardware and software. So of course, including the mechanism design. So Judy, what did Kiloview especially concern about our hardware integration part at the beginning?
Well, from the hardware parts, as we previously mentioned, we want to work together closely and want to make something different. So the first thing we need to make sure is the NDI module we designed for Telycam could fit the structure of your camera. As you can see, the camera looks so nice, and from our parts, we need to make sure the module is designed as compact as enough. And so, when we design the PCB board and also when we do the components choosing, we're trying our best to make sure it's small enough and everything is exactly tailored for this specific product. And also, another point we need to consider about the heat dissipation, because we know this is really, really important. We should not only fit the overall structure, but also make sure the camera can work stably and continuously without any problem. So during the whole development path, both of our engineers actually worked very closely to make sure every detail are good enough, and also for the data receiving and transmission, everything works so perfect.
Exactly. Hardware stability is the best guarantee of the camera quality. So only the hardware is stable enough, the various function of the camera software became significant. So next, TOC 300 IP24 NDI features 20x optic zoom. It can present the human face very clearly at around 10 to 15 meters. The zoom and the focus are very accurate and steady. So it is very ideal for large spaces such as classroom, conference room, studio room, and the churches, which is around 100 and 150 square meters. TOC 300 IP24 NDI is equipped with an industry-level advanced image precision chipset, a Panasonic 1/2-inch CMOS sensor. Talking about the sensor, people usually think about Sony's, but actually Sony and Panasonic have the different color style. Sony sensor usually shows cool tones, while Panasonic sensor usually shows warm tones. We choose this sensor because it makes the camera present very clear and crisp image with realistic colors and without noise, even in low light working environments. And it is a full high definition camera, so it delivers up to 1080p 60 or broadcast frame rate 1080p 59.94 resolution. Thanks to integrating Kiloview's NDI solution, the compressed video is almost as close to the original video, presenting the image details. And through NDI, the video streaming latency is approaching around 50 to 60 milliseconds, nearly the same as HDMI or SDI output. So, Judy, why we can make so good image quality and so latency through our full NDI?
I think the good image quality, of course, first comes from Telycam, because, for camera, the camera itself should be good enough if you want to have a very great image quality. Just as you mentioned previously, the camera sensor, the algorithm and technology that Telycam have is really excellent. So for Kiloview, what we need to do is just try to keep the original image quality coming from your camera, and using our NDI technology to just to make sure the image quality is good enough. Actually, in order to improve the latency, we know, we are choosing the advanced chipset to do all those encoding and processing. So from this part, we are trying to maintain the good latency. And also we try to get the original video from your camera without passing any unnecessary components or the process. So what we just trying to do is to integrate both of our information just as close as possible. So all the parts and the designs are specially designed for this product to make sure of everything. And of course, for the NDI technology parts, our experience in NDI can also support this, because you can see we have more than 6 years experience with NDI. So we understand every detail of NDI, and then we can even, optimize the detail of NDI and promote the development of NDI all these years. So that makes us available to achieve this great results.
Awesome. Only truly integration can make it happen. So we know When users plan an NDI live event, they are usually confused by full NDI, NDI HX2, and NDI HX3. Actually, they have their own drawbacks and advantages. No one solution will work for all applications. NDI HX2 works effectively at low bandwidth, but the compressed image quality and the latency are not as desirable. The full NDI has very respected image quality and the latency. Of course, it needs relatively high bandwidth network environment. Although the latest NDI HX3 compromised between NDI HX2 and the full NDI, it still does not achieve the same image quality and the low latency as the full NDI. And NDI HX3 requires a high performance ISP chipset to support it. As we know, it requires an ISP chipset for the camera to support high bitrate, 1005, and high future DDR to load it, because NDI HX3 works at least 80 Mbps bitrate. So you will see most of the current NDI HX1, NDI HX2 cameras cannot be upgraded to NDI HX3. So that's why we launched the full NDI PTZ camera. After all, it can bring users the least compressed image to present almost original video and the lowest latency to bring the audience the best user experience. So here, I'd like to show you the image quality and the latency performance by comparing our NDI HX2, NDI HX3, and the full NDI PTZ camera. In this slider, the images are from 3 20x PTZ cameras. The left top is our 20x HX2 PTZ camera. The right top is our 20x HX3 PTZ camera. And the below left is the 20x full NDI PTZ camera. And they are all 1080p 60 resolution output at the same time in the same network. So we can see the difference. The image definitely shows us that the image compression of full NDI is less than HX3, and HX3 is less than HX2. So you can see the image from the full NDI camera. The whole image is high definition, presents true color and very good details. And the latency in the slider shows us the full NDI is much less than HX3, and HX3 is a bit less than HX2. The 3 cameras are in the same network to work at the same time. The full NDI latency is about 70 milliseconds, and the HX3 and the HX2 are about 100 and 140 milliseconds. So I'm sure right now you have an idea of how the full NDI performs. Okay, let's move on. With NDI port, a single network cable enables video streaming, power control, and tally. And it has various video output interface. In addition to full NDI for high quality live streaming, it can also work with traditional video production systems from its HDMI, 3G SDI video output interface. What's more, it has a USB port to work as a high-end webcam, and it has a very professional audio-in interface, so users can input the audio and output it with the video from NDI simultaneously. Control of TLC 300 IP for NDI is quite flexible. It can be controlled while the master remote controller, our smart controller keyboard, TLC 50TC, the web UI, our free control software for both Mac and Windows, which can be downloaded from our website. Of course, and any of your favorite physical or software controller, as long as it supports with our serial, with our IP on WAV or NDI protocols, such as TriCaster, Wildcaster, WiMAX, OBS, Blackmagic, Roland. And regarding the firmware upgrade, you just click a few steps in the web UI without connecting any device. Meanwhile, a web UI is quite intuitive, easy control, and user-friendly. So you can see it in the video. The firmware can be upgraded in Windows or Mac systems. It can be upgraded via multiple browsers such as Chrome, Safari, Edge, Firefox, and so on. As you see in the video, generally it takes less than 30 seconds to complete the upgrade. So very soon and quite simple. Judy, we know the users are generally annoyed by the complex firmware upgrade from other full NDI cameras in the market. So could you explain how we can make it so easy and simple?
Well, Jenny, Kiloview is a company that has very strong R&D ability. So especially for the software parts. So we understand the pain points previously, as you mentioned, about the upgrade parts, there will be too many steps required, and they will need to do here and there to insert the USB sticks. And if one step goes wrong, then there will be some kind of risks of break the camera. So based on that request, our R&D team, especially the software team, we just try to use the technology we have, and our engineers can work closely with your team. Then we can provide all the necessary interfaces and the parameters that you need, and also we can integrate everything Telycam provided together on the UI. So this is exactly makes the two parts integrated seamlessly and working exactly like one unit. And that's the reason, the upgrading is so easy.
Yes, this part is really very, very cool. First, our companies work pretty hard in this part, so that Telycam's camera and Kiloview's encoder can be completely integrated. All right, about the installation, TLC300 IP24 NDI can be installed on the desk, on the tripod, or on the wall, or upside down in the ceiling, as it can support image flip function. Thanks to the flexible installation way, it can be placed in some hard-to-reach places for remote control. And with agile and accurate preset functions, even one operator can handle multiple machines easily. We know Telycam is not the first one in the market to offer the full NDI PTZ cameras, and just because we studied the performance of other brands full NDI PTZ cameras, we think the users need a better product in these aspects. The picture must be truly high definition and crystal clear with no sacrifice to the noise, and really pan-tail rotation, accurate and stable zoom and focus. The image compression is really as low as the original video, and the latency is really as small as HDMI and SDI. So we show some videos to compare ours with other full NDI camera from image quality, the definition, color, noise, focus, and the latency performance. So let's watch it. From these two pictures, we can see that the whole image of Telycam is much smoother. As you can see, first the green screen and the face of the lady are very even and uniform in color, thanks to a very well adjusted white balance. When zoom in, Telycam's camera presents more and better details. It is very clarity and the colors are pretty natural and it is totally has no noise in the whole image. And from the video you just see, you can see video in while streaming is much smoother with no lag or stuttering. Of course, if you cannot tell the difference because of our unstable network here, please go to Telycam YouTube channel. The original video on YouTube shows the difference better. And we also pasted the link in the chat section so you can check it out. So if users are planning a high quality image and extremely low latency live streaming solution for the event, TLC300 IP20 for NDI would be definitely a perfect selection. Of course, the camera cannot work alone for the live streaming solution, especially when multiple cameras are used. So users need simple operate and professional platforms to manage, switch, or record. So Kiloview's solution is the best option to match with Telycam's camera. So we would like to draw back Judy to share with us the workflow for different applications. Judy, I'm sure our users are happy to know about Kiloview's solution used for their live streaming project. So please share with us more.
Yes, of course, Jenny. As I previously mentioned, Kiloview has a whole ecosystem, and together with the benefits of NDI, then easily you can just, for example, if you just choose a Telycam NDI camera, then seamlessly you can get to the NDI world and the Kiloview ecosystem directly. You can see directly you can use our multi-view software, which is available from our website. And then you can check all the NDI sources of all your cameras in the same network, and then you can preview it. And of course, the multi-view can also work as a kind of monitor to just check all the video sources. And even, the link to download our multi-view is already integrated on Telycam, the camera web UI. So you can just use the PTZ function of our multi-view, and then you can simply even control the Telycam cameras and also like the other functions with Tele or any of those with NDI directly. So if the NDI sources are coming from Telycam camera, for example, if you have any production or for live streaming, then you can directly use our NDI core to manage all those video sources coming from the cameras. And the NDI core could control, organize, route, and do everything with the NDI sources. So if, for example, if you have one NDI source and then we use our NDI core, we can duplicate unlimited NDI sources and we can create the outputs. So with any of those NDI sources, you can do the routing to any of the destinations. For example, if you want to get back to SDI, then you can send it to the decoder. And if you want to, as I previously mentioned, if you want to do the monitoring or preview the NDI sources, and then you can choose the multi-view, or if you want to record the sources, you can choose our NDI recorder. Or if you want to do the production, for example, if you already have the production systems like TriCaster or vMix or whatever, then you can also send out those NDI sources to your production systems. And even if you want to do the live streaming to, for example, Facebook or YouTube, then you can choose our media gateway and we can convert the NDI back to RTMP for live streaming, or if you want to do the remote transmission, then the media gateway can also help you to bring back to SRT. So in general, we can say with our ecosystem, we have all the functions you need, even like for intercom, we have the intercom systems, the intercom server, and for the device management, we have the Kilolink server. So this could easily serve all the customers in different industries, like in as I mentioned, in broadcast, for production, or for live streaming, or even for pro AV industry, for the meetings, for medical, education, or whatever. For any of the application, this is quite easy to choose the whole ecosystem. And this is exactly what we mentioned, different parts. You know, this is the unique points of using Telycam and the Kiloview camera together. Then you can enjoy the benefits of our whole NDI ecosystem.
Wow, that's a great benefit. Thank you, Judy. It's really impressive. And I love NDI Core. Actually, I'm a great fan of it.
Thank you.
Okay, so if you want to know more about Kiloview solutions, please go to kiloview.com or contact Judy at Kiloview.com. Sorry, Judy at Kiloview.com. I'm sure they will provide more professional proposals than me. Okay, well, finally, let's announce the sales price. The TOC300 IP24 NDI is now ready to ship with a suggested retail price at $1,599. And there are 3 option colors, silver, black, and white. So you can contact our local distributor or dealer for demo units. So that's it. We are going to end. We're going to the end of this webinar. Next, we will going to answer some questions. So if you have any questions about us, please write it down in the Q&A sections. We will check it out, and our technician will reply you there. And I also will pick some of them to answer here. Before that, I want to explain how you can win today's giveaway. First of all, make sure you sign up for this webinar, and we will choose from those who had signed up to win the prize. And then please write "I love Telycam" in the chat section in succession. After we start to count down from 10 to 1, we will take a screenshot, and the first person shown in the screenshot we will win the keyboard and the camera. So we will have 2 rounds of competition. Okay, let's see. Let's see if there are any questions about our products and our company, or Kiloview, as Judy can also help to reply here. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let me answer some questions. Okay, I got to find some questions from. Okay. So if you have any questions, okay, I love Kiloview too, I know. Okay. What is the publish? Okay, well, okay, also, okay. Okay, some is answered, good. I'll get some questions which is not answered. Okay. Okay, so there is a question about the NDI systems for the segment. So the question is, do all the NDI systems need to be on the same network segment? Can the protocol can be routed between networks? Generally, yes, they need to be on the same segment. But if they are in the same routing environment, if the network setting are interoperable between different network segments, it is possible to discover across network segments. What's more, crossing routing can be discovered through NDI bridge technology. You can check our NDI bridge blog on our website, or you can see the video in our YouTube channel tutorial video. Okay, let me see if there is another question. Okay. Is there a 4K? Okay, good question from Simon. Is there a 4K 60 PTZ with 3G SDI coming soon? Okay, it's a great question, and the answer is yes. And we are developing the 4K 60 12G SDI, and also the camera has full NDI and NDI HX. Okay, can you provide us the sliders containing the latency and the test chart picture for NDI? Yes, Charlie, and we will send you the chart, and we will send you the picture by email. So please send us email at support@telycam.com. Okay, there is another question. I want a very high quality image to fit into OBS. Camera is about 70 feet from the operator and computer. So we have a SDI and SDI to HDMI adapter already, as well as PoE switch. So what is your suggestion to minimize losses? Generally, the only signals received by OBS and the network signals and the USB signals. So if you need high quality images, it's better to get the uncompressed images. Then we recommend you the USB output camera with fiber optical extension cable, or of course the full NDI camera. So if you use SDI, then you need an SDI to HDMI adapter with an HDMI converter box. So if the network environment allowed, we suggest you consider about the full NDI camera. Okay. Okay, next, what is the bandwidth required for, required for 1080p 60 and 720p 60 for full NDI? Literally, 1080p 60 resolution requires 125 Mbps for full NDI, and 720p 60 requires 90 bpms. Okay, I will answer the last questions. Who is the lucky one? Okay. How long of a cable run at 1080p 60 while NDI? Although we said no limitation for network cable running, but in fact, we think the length of the network cable less than 100 meters is the best choice, because the longer the cable is, the more the signal reduced. Of course, high quality optical fiber cable can run about 200 and 250 meters. Okay, all right. I know that you guys have a lot of questions about us or about our products. So please email us at support@telycam.com, and we will reply you right away. Okay. All right. Let's get into the exciting moment. Please first make sure you sign up for the webinar, and we will choose from those two. I love Telycam. Okay. All right. We will select two lucky one, and of course we will count down from 10 to 8. And please keep writing I love Telycam in the chat section, and we'll count down from 10 to 1 and take a screenshot. And the first person in the screenshot, we will get the full NDI, get the NDI control keyboard TLC 20. It supports Visca our IP, Visca our server, and NDI and on-with protocol. So it is valued at $599 US dollars. So never stop. Just praise I love Telycam. Okay. 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 I will start. Oh, okay, Lisa, are you ready? Okay, I love Telycam. Get the lucky one will get the NDI control keyboard. Judy, you can also join us. You can also get the prize. You can also tap I love Telycam. Okay. Okay. 10, 1. Okay, I'm just joking. Okay. I promise I will be good. I promise I will be good. I will start right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay, let me see who is the winner. I will see myself. Who is the owner? Who is the winner? Okay. Heidi from who is Heidi? Okay, Heidi is the winner. Heidi. Okay. Heidi, please, okay, please, you are the winner, you are the lucky one. Please contact us while, wow, okay, congratulations. Please contact us while marketing@telycam.com. Please email us. And okay, we will also contact with you if you send up this webinar. So, you will get your prize. Please contact us, okay? Okay, don't be frustrating, everyone. We have a big bomb is coming, and never stop. Please still keep typing I love Telycam. Okay, this camera will be the next prize. And okay, next I will ask Judy to pick the lucky one. So yes, please never stop. This camera, we will give this camera. It includes a camera, a power supply adapter, and a control, a remote control, a USB control, and a USB cable, RS-232 cable, and it is valued at $1,599. So guys, never stop typing I love Telycam. I love Telycam. So Judy, when you are ready,
yeah.
Okay, please count down. Judy.
Yes, I'm here. I also want to win the generous giveaway. That's really generous for you, you know. So, but yeah, I will count down. So you guys are ready. Keep typing I love Telycam, and I will start from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then let's see.
Stop.
Who is
Okay.
the-
Let's see who is the lucky one.
Who is the lucky one? I know
Charlie.
I'm not the one.
Charlie.
Oh,
Charlie.
really?
Who is Charlie? Charlie. Is Charlie here? Okay. Yes. Charlie Shen. Is Charlie Shen from TV Nest? Is Charlie Shen from TV Nest? Okay, Charlie, you are the lucky one. You are the lucky star tonight. So you will get the don't do that. You will get a set of TOC 300 IP24 NDI. So please contact us with contact us at Telycam@telycam.com. Sorry, I'm marketing at Telycam.com, so I'm too exciting. Okay, Charlie, Heidi and Charlie, please contact us while marketing at Telycam.com to get your prize. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, we are going to the end of end of this webinar. It's really fun to it's really great to have the fun time with you. So I need to close the. Okay. So time flies, and next we will have our 4K 60 webinar on August 11th. So please join us, and we will also show wonderful content and sessions. Of course, wonderful prize. So please join us. Thank you very much. Thank you for all guests to support us, and thank you, Judy. And we really have a good time. I expect our talk in the near future.
Yes, thank you, Jenny. Okay. It's really a great webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, we will end up this webinar tonight, and have a good time. See you next time. Bye bye.